Tip number 1, talk openly between you and your team. Make sure to talk and share information with everyone about the changes that are happening in your business. Tell them that the changes are positive changes. Explain why things are changing, what the benefits will be, and how it fits with the business goals that you have. This will help your employees feel that they are included and they will be less worried. You see, this happened to me many years ago when we started to computerize. At that time, the buzzword was downsizing. I don't know if you were born at that time already, but everybody was computerizing and people were forced to resign because if you cannot adapt to computerization, then you will be asked to resign. So there was a rumor that the computers are being installed so that we would be replacing some of the people in the business with the machines. It was a period of chaos as each employee was starting to get scared that she would be the next one who would be replaced. And at the same time, they were bickering also because each one was trying to show us that she was better than the other to prove that she should be the one to stay and the other should be the one who has to be replaced. Now, it was only when we explained to the whole group that the computers were to help them work less and work faster and that nobody will be replaced that the chaos died down. Now, tip number 2, work together with your team. Involve your employees in the decision-making process whenever possible. Ask for their ideas and thoughts about the changes that you intend to make, as well as the ones that are already happening around them. Now, this makes them feel important and more connected with the company. Just like what happened when we computerized. Once everybody knew what was happening, instead of the heavy negative energy in our office, we suddenly felt the positive, excited feeling around the computer training. We laughed at our boo-boos that are related to computerization, and the fake news about computers that circulated around became very funny. Talking about funny, a very funny story that kept us laughing was about floppy disks. I don't know if you have heard of floppy disks. I hope some of you remember the ancestor of the thumb drive, which came from the diskettes, which evolved from bigger floppy disks. These were softer and they were round but encased in something that was square. So anyway, one day, one of the ladies was shaking a floppy disk off the table before inserting it to the disk drive for the floppy disk. We used to have disk drives in our computers. When asked what she was doing, okay, somebody asked her and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" She said, "I'm shaking off the viruses from the diskette." She heard about viruses and she thought that the viruses can be just shaken off from the diskette. So that was a story that we'd still laugh at until today. So when people have a positive energy, then changes would not be as difficult. Tip number 3, help your team to learn and grow. What my team is strong at is in providing training and support for everyone, and especially during this time of change. Offer them chances to learn new skills and to get better at their jobs. This shows that the company cares about the success and that we are still eager to continue to have them in the team. Now, if we send this message of reassurance to them, it reduces the chances of them getting scared of losing their jobs and looking for other jobs elsewhere to feel safe. So tip number 4 now, let everyone in the team know what to do. This is a time to explain to them clearly what each person's job or role is and what is expected of them. Write down their responsibilities and let them know how they will be measured or evaluated. This is something we do well in our organizations, even when no major change is happening. And with the threat of a big revamp and many people uncertain of their future, this is something we can re-emphasize in case some people have forgotten. So when people understand their roles, they are less likely to leave because they feel more supported and as a result, more confident in their jobs and positions. And lastly, tip number 5, support and appreciate everyone in your team. Whenever change occurs, whether it's a good change or a bad change, we all need support. In times like this, when employees feel uncertain about their future, we need to intensify our help or our support to our employees. One thing we can do to tide them through the changes is by offering assistance and recognition. Give them resources, guidance, and praise for their hard work. Notice and celebrate their achievements along the way to keep up motivation and to make them feel valued. Now, just a word or a pat on the back will go a long, long way and will surely help build employee loyalty for a long, long time. Now, remember, using these tips can help reduce employees leaving when a company goes through changes. It's important to communicate well, to involve everyone, to provide support, to clarify the roles, and to show appreciation to build a positive and engaged team.